What's good, YouTube? We're back with another video talking Madden 21, talking the yard, the new mode. We got some more leaks, minor stuff, but it kind of is really laying out what we can expect the yard to play like in Madden 21. And I'm going to show you some other EA games, kind of show you what's really going on and what the yard is probably going to be for Madden 21. There's some good, there might also be some bad. There's still some unknown. EA hasn't spoken on it yet, but we're going to get right into that in just a second. If you're new to the channel, if you're a lurker, if you're one of the people that watches but doesn't subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, join the family, put the notifications on. We're going to be getting Madden 21 gameplay very soon and some more news. Definitely some more news coming next week from EA. So if you don't want to miss that, go ahead, run that button up, drop a comment below. I appreciate you guys. Look at all the inspirational comments. Y'all have been killing it lately. So let's talk about the yard in Madden 21. What do we know? Let's just kind of have a refresher, and then I'm going to walk you through some of the new stuff we found out. So we know that it is a 6-on-6. You can use your superstar created player. You can play. It's like a backyard style game, so it's going to be very arcadey. Think maybe NFL Street style of a game. You're going to be able to earn rewards for your player. There's going to be rep in the game, which if you're not familiar with rep, it's kind of like a level. So every time you complete different objectives or you play more through the game, you earn points. You go from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, however high the level goes. That's on EA. There's usually different tiers of levels, and at every tier you're probably going to unlock something, more gear, maybe special animations and stuff like that for your character. Sounds cool, right? Sounds like a very fun pick up and play, join with your buddies. But how exactly is it going to work is the question everybody still has, because the only thing kind of similar to this that everybody's familiar with is NBA 2K's My Player. So in NBA 2K, you create your player, you go through the storyline, right? That's what Face of the Franchise is for Madden. You create your player, you play through the storyline, then you get to the league, you get to the NFL. Just like in NBA 2K, you get to the NBA. You go to a team, and then you start off as like a bench warmer. You're not very good. You have a low overall, and as playing through, you earn in-game currency that you can then use to upgrade your attributes. Or in NBA 2K, you can actually spend real money on microtransactions to get your player to a certain level, and then from that point, you really have to grind the game, and then you have to, whether you play online or offline, you earn more of that in-game currency for your player that you can spend not only on its attributes, but you can spend on accessories, gear, shoes, and all that good stuff. Now in 2K, what happens is you can take your player online and you can play in the park. That's kind of the most popular mode for 2K. You can play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 in the park. It's a little bit more arcadey with the animations, but it's still not so completely different from the regular game. Like the moves and everything are still very similar. They have different stores. They have a neighborhood you can go in and buy clothes and gear for your players. Now, you can also take this player into what's called the Pro-Am, which is like a 5-on-5, kind of where the competitive scene somewhat lives. Now, that's not exactly what it looks like Madden is going to be. Not yet. Maybe in some years it can get to that. It took 2K, 10 years to build out this My Player, this park, and all this stuff. But what it looks like we're going to have for Madden 21 is going to be very similar to what EA has done in some of their other games, like FIFA this past year with Volta and with NBA Live before it was put back on the shelf. Now, the thing with NBA Live is they actually had a really good system for this because there were no microtransactions. Now, for FIFA, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there's microtransactions in this mode, but I won't say that for sure because I don't really play FIFA. I know a little bit about the Volta Street mode very loosely, but I know in NBA 2K, or excuse me, NBA Live, everything that they have set up sounds exactly like what we've heard for the yard so far. And we just had some more leaked images come out. I'm not going to post them. Other people have posted them and talked about them. D-Money did a video on his channel I actually watched and saw some of the screenshots there. But basically, somebody leaked this screenshot because people have been getting back into the beta. They've been getting back in somehow. There's like a loophole or a glitch where you can get back into the beta if you have it on your system. And what was happening was when this guy was playing in franchise mode even, he would back out of franchise mode and then his Madden level would go up to level 1. And then he would unlock, like he unlocked a visor for his player, right? Which he's saying, oh, well, what's a visor, right? Like, a visor that you put on your head. Like, what is that? What is the significance of that? Well, that's very much how, like, NBA Live was, when you could play through different challenges. And this is also kind of how 2K is in a sense where wherever you use your player, you're going to earn in-game currency. So if you use your player in, like, the GM mode, you get currency. If you use him in the offline My Player, portion of the NBA, you get virtual currency. If you play with him online in the park or the Pro-Am, you also earn virtual currency. It's all tied together. Any place that you use your character, or in Madden, it's either referred to as a superstar, but we've also seen it referred to as an avatar. Wherever you use that player, you're going to earn credit. But it appears for Madden that also in franchise mode, you're going to earn credit to your MUT level. And when you level up your MUT level, or not MUT level, but Madden level, because MUT does have its own level, but this is just a overall Madden level for the whole game. It's a rep. Every time you go up a different number or a different tier, you unlock accessories for your superstar. So this guy unlocked a visor. At the next level, maybe he unlocks some cleats or some gloves or a helmet or whatever the case may be. That's exactly how NBA Live was. There was no microtransactions in it. You could play online or offline and you would earn this virtual currency. As you could see here, like after the game, you can see all these different things going on here. Now this guy here is just kind of, he's just trying to play through and get his level quick. So he's not doing a whole bunch of stuff, but you can see on the right hand side, you have career hype, you have experience, and you have reward points. So the reward points are the currency that you earn, and you can then go use this to buy accessories and gear for your player, more specifically to use online when you go to the park. But then you have experience. I believe the XP, the experience, was how you upgrade the actual attributes. The career hype, I'm not 100% sure what the career hype did. I forgot, but I think every time you got so much career hype, you would also unlock different things. And you can see, like, after your games, it has like an objective progression. So you can see if he gets 75 dunks, he gets 2,500 currency. If he gets 100 defensive rebounds, he gets 2,500 currency. And every time you complete these objectives, you have new objectives to complete. And that's what it sounds like is going to happen for Madden, because they've said, you can tackle these, you have these challenges, these new gameplay challenges you can tackle solo or with friends. You can create and customize your avatar, and then you can go on the fields across the globe and take on dynamic challenges. Now, the key to this that is interesting is that this sounds it sounds similar to Volta, where with Volta, I believe in FIFA, you couldn't play versus other people. The street football was only versus the computer. You could team up with friends and be on the same team, but you would take on challenges versus the computer. And Madden very much so copies FIFA year to year, so it sounds like that portion of this is going to be versus the computer. But they also specifically in another screenshot said it was 6 versus 6 versus your friends. So I do believe there's going to be a co-op, like, head-to-head style where you can play other players. But it sounds like in terms of challenges and earning rep and rewards, a lot of that's going to be played versus the computer. Much like in Ultimate Team, you play those solo challenges versus the computer, and you can do those with friends in Ultimate Team. It sounds like for the yard, you're gonna be able to do that same thing in the NFL street type portion of the game, and then the accessories and the rep and the all that stuff is gonna go towards your created player. However, it does sound like there's gonna be a separate part of this, kind of like how Superstar KO is, where you can play against other real people and match up in a lobby. Now, if you're familiar with NBA 2K, NBA Live, there are no microtransactions in this mode. You can see here, like, here's like your career hype, and after you go up so many levels, you have rookie, pro, all-star, superstar, legend, icon. It sounds like Madden is implementing a very similar system to this. There was no microtransaction in this. Now, don't get me wrong. If this mode blows up and takes off, I definitely believe EA is going to put microtransactions in it. Why wouldn't they, right? That's just where gaming's at now. But I don't think they're going to do it off the bat the same way they didn't do it in NBA Live, because the thing is, when you have something new, same way Superstar KO was new last year, you want people to buy the game for these modes and play them. And if you off the rip come with microtransactions, people are going to be turned off. It's one of those things where you give it a year to let the hype build, let people become obsessed with it. Then that's when you normally see the microtransactions come, because now they already got you. Now you're already obsessed with the mode, so now you're willing to spend money on it to get extra stuff. And that's kind of how 2K is now. You can spend money to upgrade your player to a certain point. You can spend money on all the VC to buy more clothes and shoes, because the stuff gets expensive in game. You can earn the currency in game, but it's so much quicker just to drop 20, 30, 50 bucks and you can buy so much more stuff. I don't think Madden's going to do that out of the gate. It looks like it's going to follow the same kind of timeline that NBA Live was on, which is everything is earned in game. either by playing online versus people, playing in franchise mode, because we saw that leaked screenshot of somebody playing in franchise mode, which is interesting, because now this means you're going to add probably maybe Ultimate Team and Superstar KO to this. This, I think, is a good thing, because one thing a lot of people say about the game, specifically Superstar KO, is one place I heard this said a lot. Everybody said, well, it's a fun mode, but why should I play it? What do I really get out of it other than just playing the game? And for gaming in today's age, people want rewards for playing. They just do. They don't want to just play for the sake of playing. They want to earn something. So if EA is tying this Madden level and this rep into the whole game, to where whether you play franchise, KO, MUT, online head-to-head, you know, superstar mode, or a face of the franchise, no matter what you play, you're earning rep. That makes people more interested in playing everything in the game, because it'll all tie back, of course, to your superstar, your face of the franchise guy, and the guy that you can take in the yard. But the fact that you can earn this by playing your favorite mode, if your favorite mode is franchise, but you still might want to play the yard a little bit, well, if you only play franchise like 75-80% of the time, but you're not earning anything towards your player, then when you go to the yard, your player's not going to have any good attributes. He's not going to have any gear. He's going to be very bland. But if you can earn that stuff by playing franchise, or by playing KO, or by playing MUT, then it kind of makes you want to go play the yard, because you've already earned all these free accessories, maybe different animations you can unlock. I'm assuming that, you know, attributes. If you've unlocked this by playing other modes, now you don't have to grind like 2 separate modes. You can grind your favorite mode in the game and then still go play the yard in your downtime, and your player won't be far behind. Whereas, you know, if like you want to play Ultimate Team, you can't really play it casually, because you'll be way too far behind. If you want to have a good team in Ultimate Team, you have to either drop money, or you have to play the game at least on a weekly basis. You have to grind the game. So it looks like they're gonna, by implementing this Madden level, it takes that aspect away from the yard. No matter what you do, you can just go in there, and your player, you can earn free stuff, and you can earn this in-game currency to buy more stuff or upgrade your player. That's how it looks like the yard is going to play out for Madden 21. Of course, EA is still not spoken on it. They're being very close to the vest with it, probably because it's not ready to show yet. But I have to believe they're going to show it soon, because this would be such a big selling point for the game, and actually make the game feel different, because everything we've heard about the game so far sounds very similar to Madden 20. This is actually a really big change to the overall game when you consider the Madden level, the rep, the free rewards, and the whole mode itself. So this is basically what you could expect for Madden 21. The challenges, I believe, are going to be versus CPU, but I do think there's going to be a head-to-head aspect of it. You're going to earn a lot of free stuff for your guy. You're going to earn credit that you can spend on your guy. It's going to tie in the face of the franchise, so you're probably going to want to play through that story mode first, get to the NFL, and then probably go venture into the yard. That's pretty much what it sounds like they're doing for 21. Let me know if you like this below. Let me know if you're excited about this. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to see in this mode. And as always, I will see you guys next time.